Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Jake Xavier Sports, and week one for the Jacksonville Jaguars is slowly approaching. First game will be Thursday night. It's going to be the Falcons and the Eagles playing tomorrow. That'll be the first NFL game, but as for the Jaguars, we'll be taking on New York Giants in MetLife Stadium. So it'll be our second year in a row. We'll be going on the road to open up the season. Last year, we dominated in Houston. They had the Hurricane. It was very emotional for their fans. So we came out and we played really well on the road last year. It's not going to be an easy game. The Giants went 3-13 last season, but most Giants fans, most media up there, kind of expect them to make the playoffs this year. Because they're going to have more talent this year. With the additions of Saquon Barkley in the draft, and they expect Eli Manning to play a little bit better this year. And they just gave Odell Beckham Jr. $65 million guaranteed contract. They're trying to rebuild that team, and they're trying to make it back to the playoffs. They're not going to be easy team to beat. But as for the Jaguars, it's a lot of big storylines. Obviously, heading into this game, Jeremy Parnell and Brandon Linder is now questionable. Pretty much to play Sunday because they didn't. They're probably not going to practice today. They're going to be on the injury report today, and they most likely not going to practice. And also Safarian Jenkins as well. He's most likely not going to practice today either. So, that's a big hit for this offense. And this offense was expected to do big things this year. The offense really wasn't that bad last year when you look at it statistically. It's not good to see that we have injuries, already coming out the gate. And we already know about Marquise Lee going down in that Atlanta Falcons game with his injury. So, hopefully the young guys can step up, like Dede Westbrook, Keelan Cole, obviously, and then Dante Moncrief, our free agent from the Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully he can really step up for us in a big way this year. It's going to be a big test for this offense come week one because Blake Bortles, it's a big year for Blake Bortles, just like last year was a big year, and you saw what he did. He made it to the AFC Championship game, and this is going to be a big test to see. Can he bring a team back to that level? Can he have this team playing at that level again? And the Blake Bortles we saw in December and in the playoffs, can he play at that level consistently for a full season? And obviously, with his weapons going down, that isn't a good thing. But Blake, we depend a lot on him. As far as him not turning the ball over, and that's all we're really gonna ask for in this game versus the Giants. We just had to limit our turnovers. Eli Manning's the type of quarterback to turn the ball over. With the great defense that we have, our mindset going into this game is for Blake Bortles and this offense to limit the turnovers and just allow the defense to play their game and allow them to create the turnovers and flip the field position to where we can score, easily and we don't have to do too much on offense. So, and then obviously the comments with Jalen Ramsey, the comments he made about Eli Manning in the offseason with the GQ article. At the end of the day, it's his opinion. So, right or wrong, it's his right to have his opinion. So, at the end of the day, they're going to make that a big deal going into the game. And it's going to be interesting to see how many times Eli Manning tried to target Jalen Ramsey. And, it's going to be interesting to see whether Jalen Ramsey is lined up with Odell Beckham Jr. There's been kind of whispers, saying that, A.J. Bouye might be lined up next to him. But, I honestly think Jalen, he feels like he's the best cornerback in the league, and Odell Beckham feels like he's the best receiver in the league. So those two, they're definitely going to be wanting to, make the most of that matchup, especially, I don't think we played the Giants really hardly ever. So they're definitely going to want to, have the opportunity to go up against each other, and, they're going to want to put on the show for the fans. And Jalen Ramsey also made some comments, too, as well, in the offseason about wanting to go up against Odell Beckham Jr. in this matchup. So he's not afraid of the moment. Odell Beckham Jr. is definitely not going to be afraid of the moment. So, they're going to be going at it all game. And, people kind of compare it to Josh Norman when he went up to Odell Beckham Jr. A couple years ago, and he was talking trash, and he was, doing certain antics that got under his skin. And, I think Odell Beckham and Jalen Ramsey, they have respect for each other. So I don't think they're really going to be fighting or get on each other's nerves like that. But it's definitely going to be some, some pushing. It's going to be some physical play and some barking at the refs. It's going to be a very physical game. So definitely going to be interested to see that matchup. And our defense as a whole, I expect to be one of the best in the NFL. And, I think everybody pretty much regards our defense as the best. And I feel like our defense can play even better than what it played last year. You see our free agent acquisitions with Calais Campbell, Barry Church, Malik Jackson from a couple years ago, AJ Bouye, obviously. Our defense is really consisted of a lot of free agents from this year, a couple years ago, and then draft picks. Obviously with Miles Jack, Jalen Ramsey, Unique Ngakoue, and Dante Fowler. So, and then Tashawn Gibson. I forgot to mention him. He was another free agent acquisition. So these guys are kind of having mixed in the past couple years, and then last year you finally saw them all come together as one, as a unit, and you saw how well they played. And now it's just going to be another year together, finally, with them all being together as one. Playing under Todd Wash's defense in one, in another offseason together, and they're just going to play even that much better. There's no reason to think that they're going to have any drop-offs, this season. I expect to see more turnovers. And you saw in the preseason, we were getting turnovers. We were opportunistic. So I don't think anything's going to change. And then another interesting storyline, just to watch, like I said, Saquon Barkley. How is he going to look versus the Jaguars' defensive line? Now, I know as great as our defense is, we haven't been too good against the run. Last year we did acquire Marcel Darius, and it elevated our run defense to, pretty much above average status. But for the most part, our defense really isn't too. I mean, it's good against the run, but for the most part, like you can beat the Jaguars defense by running the ball. I won't say that's like the one thing that's going to break our defense is just run against the Jaguars, but that is something just to keep an eye out for. We did lose a couple games last season. With the with teams running the ball against us. The Tennessee Titans, the New York Jets. The San Francisco 49ers to a certain extent. I just hope that we respond well to Saquon Barkley. He's a great talent. He's going to be probably one of the best running backs to play in the NFL these next couple years while he continues to grow. So, and he's going to be ready to play his first game in the NFL. He's going to be ready to play. He's going to be wanting to play good, play well versus defense. So, we got to play. We got to be disciplined. We got to stay in our gaps. Hopefully the run defense has gotten a little better. It's going to be very interesting, just see how the team comes out and plays. Made it to the AFC Championship game last year, only minutes away from the Super Bowl. How is the team going to respond? Come week one, it's very important to win your first game and to get off to a good start in the season. As for a score, I say the final score probably be Jaguars 29, New York Giants 14. I think we dominate this game. I think it's pretty much going to be like a repeat of last season. And, we're going to run the ball with Fournette a lot. So I think it's going to be like kind of a defensive battle. We might play a little bit sloppy. That's why I don't think we might get to 30 points. Might be a little penalties and missed field goals maybe. But I think we'll prevail. But I think our defense will come ready to play. And I think we're about favored, by 3 points, 3.5 points I've seen from most Vegas books. Yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a dominating performance by the defense. Eli Manning turns the ball over a lot. So definitely our defense is going to be all over that. We had a lot of interceptions last year versus quarterbacks who turn the ball over a lot. But yeah, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Definitely leave a shout out if you're a Jaguars fan. It's going to be another fun ride. Definitely shout out to all the Jaguar fans that are traveling to the game. I think that's really cool. I wish I could have a chance to go, but my work schedule won't allow me to do it. Like I said, I'll post a video after the game. Like I said, I'm really excited. Hope you guys are excited as well. Go Jags. I'm signing off. Talk to you guys later.